All right. We are here.
We're here
Good
in our
morning.
winter wonderland in Illinois.
Yes.
look, look how bright it is behind me because there's so much white outside of the snow. It's making the sun even brighter.
Yes, the snow. Oh my gosh. I used to live in a place and I had like a second story bedroom window, and when the driveway would be covered in snow and I had a light right down, like a, light that lit up the driveway over my unit, and it was like daylight at night when it would reflect off that snow. It was so horrible. I had to get blackout curtains.
I can always tell when it has snowed during the night because I wake up and you can just tell it's so bright outside.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Um, we got about another 3 inches of snow. How's everybody this morning? I got coffee ready to go because
Because we're
it's
both going
cold.
to be shoveling snow later. We got more
That's
snow
right.
last night.
Getting ready to shovel. Oh, good. Uh-oh,
I have,
somebody wants to say hello. Come on, come on.
I have backup coffee.
Oh, you want your, oh, she didn't want to say hello. Here's what she wanted. Her duck
Oh,
head.
her
The
duck head.
duck's body is gone. The poor duck's body is gone. It was a giant duck. And this is her favorite toy in the world, just the head. She's a little macabre. Rosie's a little bit macabre.
I'll have her on the Halloween show next year.
Yes, that would be perfect. Oh my goodness, that's so crazy. So we
Morning,
are talking.
Caroline.
Morning, Caroline. Oh, here's Paisley. Hello, Paisley. Good morning. Good morning. We're talking snow and we're talking nice warm coffee, and that we're going to be out shoveling later because we got hit here again in Illinois last night
I
and
started to
tonight.
get I started to get up this morning and take a shower to do sacred sounds. I was like, no, I'm going to wait till after I shovel snow because I always get hot and sweaty when I put a
Yep.
hat on.
Yep. When you put all the things on and you're getting your cardio for the day.
Yeah, I have a couple of older ladies that live two houses down from me. So I my snow blower, if it's not a deep snow, it's a rechargeable one. I
Oh,
can do the
no.
whole driveway. But if it's a deep snow like what we got last Sunday, where it was 12 inches,
Yeah.
I can do about half of it, and then I have to bring the batteries inside, recharge them, then go back out. They
Nice.
recharge really quick, but
That's
after
nice.
yeah, after I recharged them, I went all the way down because we have to do the sidewalks in front of our house as well as our driveways. So I
Okay.
went all the way down the sidewalks in front of their house too because they were out there manually trying to
Yeah,
do
no,
12,
I have
12
them.
inches.
I got a shovel. That's all I got. But my neighbor had a hip replacement, and so I was kind of shoveling both of ours.
Oh
It
man,
took time with that 12 inches. Oh my God, because that stuff was wet and heavy. Hi, Beth Cat. That it was, yeah, last week was not my favorite.
it,
This
it was
today will
funny
go really.
because my my next door neighbor, they had gone out of town for Thanksgiving and didn't come back till Sunday afternoon. And so a friend of theirs had a father who had one of those trucks with the snowplow on the front that he puts on in the winter.
Oh,
He
nice.
came over and did their driveway because he heard they were out of town. So he wanted them to be
Oh,
able to get back in when they got home with their kids. So he came over and did their driveway for him. And I flagged him down because at the end of my driveway, where the street plows had come through, I had like a 3-4 foot wall of
I
those big
know it.
chunks of snow. I'm like, I can't, my snowblower won't go through that.
Yeah.
So I flagged him down. I said, what do you charge me to do the end of my driveway? He's like, $10. And I was like, here,
Nice.
that's 10
I
bucks I
love
ever
the
spent.
10 buck people. I love
And
that. That's
he did
awesome.
more than just the end of my driveway. He backed up to where I had left off on my driveway while the batteries were charging. He did the rest of my driveway. I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's so sweet.
that's
People
why I
are,
went around and helped everybody with their
yeah.
sidewalks in front of the houses.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I did like three different cycles through the day. So as soon as it started coming down, like, because the plow always gets you. Like, I don't even shovel my entire driveway, but when that plow blocks you in with all like that 3 feet at the end of the driveway, that's the hardest part. So that's what I focused on. And I went out 3 different times to try to clear.
That's how I messed up my shoulder 2 years ago,
Yeah.
trying to lift over. We had a like an 18-inch snowfall, and I'm trying to lift it up over the snow to
Yes.
dump it in the yard.
Yep.
And tore a ligament in here.
Oh
My
boy.
next door neighbor came over with a friend and shoveled the end of my driveway that time.
Wow. Yeah. You know what? That is wondrous to me when people help each other out, when everybody's out there dealing with the same thing. Like, there is some wonder in the kindness of people, and just taking care of your stuff, taking care of your neighbor's stuff. Like, there's a something in there that's magical, I think. You
Yeah, it
know,
brings out the best of people.
it does.
Need brings out the best of people.
Yes.
Semi crisis, 12 inches
Right.
is a lot for
Right.
us.
Right.
We don't
Yeah.
usually get that much in one wallop,
Yeah.
especially
Right.
in so early. It was like November. It wasn't even
It was.
December yet.
Yep. 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 And a couple weeks before, it was 70 degrees
Yeah,
in the beginning of
and
November.
and
So,
next thing we know, we're sub-zero.
yeah, that's crazy. But
Yeah.
that whole thing, I think, the thing with winter and this season is, and that's, I think, why we chose to talk about wonder today is, the snow kind of quiets everything, and there's just this sense of magic, and it kind of brings back, you into a sense of feeling instead of just naming things. There's a tree, instead you're feeling cold, you're seeing the sparkle of the snowflakes, you're seeing, that kind of can really, one of my favorite things recently was, when it did snow that 12 inches. I think it was Saturday, I feel like. And I was in bed and I did not have to go anywhere. I was, for once, completely didn't have to be anywhere. And I opened the curtains and I got a giant cup of coffee, and it was still dark. And I just laid there and watched those flakes. It was so magical. It
I,
just felt so safe and wonderful.
I missed that. The rental house I was in before this house had big picture windows in the front of the
Oh,
living room and in the back of the dining room, and it was all open between, so you could sit in the living room and look out the back windows and the front windows. And I was up on a hill, so I was looking like
oh,
far into the valley. It was quite beautiful. I would sit there and just watch it snow and sip my tea
yeah.
and talk about wonder. No two snowflakes are alike. That still amazes me.
Yes.
You think about the millions and billions and trillions of flakes that fall, and no two are alike, just like us.
Right.
There's nobody like
Nope.
us.
Nope. That is truly wondrous. And we don't think about that. We're so busy, that I think winter brings that kind of forced slowdown, except for Christmas. And I think that's one thing we need to remember is, the payoff is in the calm and the still and the not running like a fool and trying to,
Yeah, the Christmas rush can kind of make you forget a little bit of the magic of the season. And
absolutely.
we were talking before going live. I used to love, when I lived in New York, going to the Rockefeller Center and seeing the giant tree. Yeah, and every year it looked different, slightly different shape, and it even though on TV a lot of times it looks the same. To me, every year it looked different, and just sitting there watching the ice skaters down below and looking at the tree was just magical.
It is absolutely. Even I put up my little downstairs Christmas tree, and it's all Disney ornaments because I love Disney. Um, and my dad was over here. My dad's 91, and he doesn't get out of the house a lot. He has a lot of aches and pains and troubles, and I brought him over here and we had a nice cup of coffee, and he slept on the couch with Rosie on his stomach, and I put ornaments on the tree, and I had music on, and that was really wondrous. Like, that moment, how lucky am I that he's still here, that he's that we were able to be together. Rosie was here. Camille, my cat, was, sitting on the back of the couch, kind of observing, protecting everyone, observing the situation. But it was really magical, and the lights were on, and, just putting ornaments on the tree for me, for some reason, is really magical.
It is. I love too the trees outside when they get laden with snow. I love
Yes.
watching those branches like starting to drop, and it it's as beautiful to me as my decorated tree, which
Yes,
me
agreed.
and Christmas.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, now your tree is it's ongoing magic.
Yeah, it's the magic year round.
I love
I
that.
always record on my DVR some of the Hallmark Christmas movies so I can watch Christmas year round. It brings
Yes,
out that magic.
that magic. Absolutely. I was just thinking about that. I was hauling all the stuff out, and trying to set up, and I was putting in Christmas. Like, what I love, those old school, like Rankin and Bass, the little puppets, like the Rudolph and the Frosty, those old school ones.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I just, those bring magic to me, and oh, here's magic.
Hi, Rosie.
Rose, what do you say?
You're
You want to
looking
get in
quite
on the magic?
magical.
She's very
You're a
magic.
good grand dog.
Yeah, she was a good grand dog. She stayed right by him the whole day and was just looking out for him. She
I
does love her granddad.
I think that's the challenge though. Like I feel like a lot of times we see the better side of people this time of year, and how to take that magic and that wonder into a year round thing, so that we carry it with us. And to me, it's like carrying the best part of us with us year round, and remembering that. So that's why I like the reminders of Christmas, later in the year.
Agreed. Agreed. Because I think it's something, um, it's kind of a way of seeing the world as opposed to feeling or naming things, or it's a way of seeing the world differently, when you look through, magic or wonder, or, it's just a way of looking at things differently.
It's getting in touch with that inner child and having that sense of innocence and um, the joy inside. I love the verse, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Be
Yes,
joyful, dance, sing. You know, Christmas
definitely.
carolers, right?
Yes, I love that.
or or Hanukkah if you're celebrating Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or
Right.
whatever you're celebrating.
Yes, because it's all about magic and bringing that specialness and honoring and reverence, and all the things that kind of slow us down into that place of stillness, and that's where the magic lies. That's where the wonder is just in that stillness, in that kind of looking at something and actually seeing it.
I
But
find
I think, go ahead.
I find when we're like tuned into that magic, those miracles and things, I see more synchronicities that kind of line up. I'm more aware of them, or I see that they get my attention more.
Yes.
And of course, the more you pay attention to synchronicities, the more they happen. So I just find there's something about the magic of the season that kind of brings those into our attention and into our field to manifest things.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. Does anybody, so who um, had something that kind of brought that feeling of wonder this week? Does anybody have anything in the chat that they want to share, that something that brings you that sense of wonder, or something that caught your attention this week that was just really wondrous? Um, I think it's just, part of that is just kind of being in that state of openness, like allowing yourself to be open and kind of, perceiving things very gently around you instead of analyzing everything. Like I've been, and when I was kind of working on coming up with stuff, I was in the beginning having such a hard time because I have been in such a crazy state of like physical and material and mental world, because like, I was just dealing with like taxes. My taxes went up. The healthcare went. All these things kind of happened at once, and I was just very anxious and panicky, and I was having a really hard time getting into that place of wonder. And I think, when you're faced with all the crazy, like physical, material things of life, it
The end
pulls
of year crunch,
yeah, it can pull that sense of wonder away. So I mean, it's wonderful that, we're doing this today, and it forced me to like kind of come back in and think, okay, what is wonder? How do I get to that sense of openness? How can I soften everything? Kind of, I think wonder, even if we, how you kind of look when you look at somebody's aura, or you kind of soften your eyes, kind of looking at the world through that softness, really brings a whole different world, a whole sense of wonder, kind of
Me, it's
allowing
like,
that.
laying on a lawn chair and looking at the night sky, or putting a blanket down on the ground, staring up at the night sky, and you feel this, hugeness, this grandiose universe. Like, it's so big, and sometimes I feel so small, and then I remember we're bigger than we think we are, right? And it's
Yes.
like, wow, can I fill as much space? But the magic of watching the stars, and then of course, if you see a falling star,
Um,
it's just, or watching a meteor shower or something. I often go out in the backyard when there's a meteor shower and watch them.
yes. I actually just shoveled my back porch yesterday, because I will go out there, bundle up at night, sit with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and I just look at the sky, because it changes in the winter. We've got the shift of what stars you're able to see, but that always gives me a sense of wonder. Just
And you
looking.
can look at it a million times and it still has that effect.
Yes.
Johnny's in the chat. He's saying, I saw something in a tarot card I've never seen before. It brought
Yes.
me an appreciation for the energy that surrounds us, that allows us to see things that we need to see.
Yes.
And, how many times have we stared at tarot cards over and over? Look, the star card. Hope we're talking about
Yes.
stars and star on the bottom. Um,
Nice.
it's amazing what something we can walk by 100 times and all of a sudden it gets our attention, right?
Yes, that is the beauty of the tarot too. You can always, whatever you need to see kind of comes to you. But you have to be in that space, that headspace. You have to allow it in, right? You have to allow it in. Um, kind of keeping presence and curiosity, and just allowing the magic in. We get so caught up on kind of, I think, when things become so familiar, and that's true with the tarot too, especially if you use Rider Waite all the time, if you are, kind of not in your right space, it's so familiar that you might miss it, miss that magic moment that Johnny found. And it's
I
so,
think
whatever you needed to learn is there. It's beautiful.
we were talking before going live. I said, I always feel wonder when I sense spirit around me. I find that wondrous. Like, it doesn't make me afraid. So, if my departed loved ones are making their presence known, leaving coins or feathers or whatever they do to get my attention, I find that wondrous that they're able to connect to us across dimensions. Um,
Absolutely. I get that from my animals a lot that have passed. I'll see something, feel something, smell something that I know is them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Lily, you're here, and it's
yeah.
magical, that moment and that connection of love, it's so beautiful. That is definitely so magical, so wondrous.
I find
Yeah.
it interesting. A lot of people cross over during the holidays, and is the veil a little thinner? Is it easier for them to transition or something? I don't know what it is, but I find that kind of miraculous in a way.
Yes.
Even though people are sad when they lose a loved one, it's still, I don't know, miraculous.
Yes. Definitely. Definitely. And I think, yeah, again, that coldness and the quietness, and the dark comes earlier, and you're put in this sacred liminal space of just receiving I think, what's there, and reminding yourself to be open and still. It's absolutely amazing.
So we have to we have to go to my Velvet Dragonflies book by Billy Chapata. I'll put his name up there closer. I was looking through it trying to find something. I love this book because every time I open it, I see something different. But the back of the book caught my attention to last night. I was looking at it. It says, "Being loved feels warm. Loving yourself feels like the entire sun inside of you, like just whoosh."
Love it. That is so amazing. That's beautiful.
And there's a miraculousness when we turn on that switch and we feel our self love. It's like wow, and then I feel not only my self love, I feel more love for other people too.
Yes, because we're all one, right? We're all connected. We're all the same net of little lights.
But we're all different snowflakes.
Yes. Yep.
We're all unique.
Yes.
We can tap into the same universal field,
Yes,
around, but we're all unique.
definitely. And I think that's the important part that enriches that tapestry of our existence as one, is all the little different nuances that each of us bring. That's really incredible. Paisley said the Gemini full moon. Ooh, yes, I could stare at the moon too some of the nights if I can't get, because I am in a very light polluted area. So if I can't get with many stars, I do just sit out and look at that gorgeous moon. All the phases. But ooh, that Gemini full moon, that's a big one.
Here's another one on our uniqueness, since we were talking about that. Authentic bonds. There's no connection more powerful than two people bringing their individualities to the table with no intention of diluting each other's essence, but instead celebrating what makes each other unique. And I think that's what I call the true friendships. The really strong, powerful friendships do. We celebrate each other's uniquenesses.
Yes, definitely. That's the true essence. Because if you have people that don't do that for you or can't accept parts of you, it's magic when you meet a friend or have a relationship with somebody that you really complement each other and support each other and bring out each other's magic. That is truly a gift.
To me, this is the magic of the season too. Who you used to be isn't who you are now. Who you used to be isn't who you're required to be. You don't have to carry your past in your wallet if it's no longer what you identify with. You are allowed to empty your pockets to feel lighter from everything that weighs you down. You're
Nice.
allowed to empty your pockets to feel lighter from everything that weighs you down. And I think that's a lot of what the magic of the season does for us.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, I think if we look at what, kind of blocks that magic, it's the busyness, that emotional heaviness, that things that we do need to put down, and just give ourselves a break,
And I've got one last one, short and sweet. It is not your duty to wake up anyone that has been sleeping on your magic. You just be magical. Is somebody sleeping on that? It doesn't matter. You just be magical. Those who need to share your magic will share your magic.
Yes, definitely. Yep.
And your uniqueness.
Yes, it's beautiful. And I think, like, how do we bring that mystery? I mein, I think there's things that block it, just overthinking, busyness, emotional heaviness. There's a lot of things that can cut us off from that sense of wonder. But, I think there's plenty of things that can help us too, that, be in that space. I think, how do we kind of let our imagination back in? How do we, kind of re-invoke that mystery, all the
Yeah,
things. And I think that, being in a place of stillness, whether you're meditating or, you know, uh, just slowing down, even while you're driving, can be kind of a meditative
you know,
time.
talking about bringing that magic, back in, and to me, like, I feel like I'm always more creative this time of year, or that
Mhm.
drive to do something creative, because it's inspiring to feel that magic and to feel that wonder, and
Yes.
it makes me want to go play my guitar or go paint, or do something
Yes.
creative instead of shoveling snow, right?
Right, right. But even the shoveling snow, when you come in exhausted, I love like sitting at my art table and just like, okay, what's, like getting all that energy out. Okay, now what's going to happen? That's pretty exciting. I do spend a lot more time at my art table in the winter, just with whatever happens. And that's exciting. And it does help you slow down. And, you
I
can't.
find, like, I take more pictures of snow,
Mhm.
because I love, like I said, trees with snow on them and shrubbery and everything. And the
Yes.
houses always look so beautiful. Now, when it melts and it looks all gray and black and everything as it's melting down, it's kind of hideous, but it looks so beautiful when you have that pristine snow. It's like all is right with the world,
Yes.
all is right
Yes.
with me.
Yes, it is beautiful. I actually went through and I'm like, ooh, what decks would I, just because I'm so about the imagery. That's why I collect so many decks. And I thought, oh, I know which one. I know which one. So this is Wendy Andrews. This is a rock pool deck. So this is Wendy Andrew, the Goddess Love Oracle.
Ooh, beautiful.
And she is just magic to me. So I'm going to show a few images from her.
That that
Um,
uh, that feminine energy, which we all contain,
yes,
to me is a big part of our creative drive, and our
definitely.
nurturing drive and everything.
A
So,
sense of nurture and held. And this one is safety. You are held. Oops, trying to get the glare off.
oh, isn't that beautiful?
And
The
it's
artwork's
just so,
beautiful.
and it's snowing in the background. A lot
Um,
of these were done with snow in the images. This one is reflection, healing, transformation.
uh, it's got this, like, kind of Elizabethan looking, medieval looking,
Mhm.
uh, faces on the artwork. That's really
Yes.
fun.
Sanctuary, connect to your inner strength.
Uh,
These are just so magical and healing and calmness. Let things settle. That's what we're trying to talk about today. She's got the water and the sea lion. She
it's
just, her
that
decks are
ex,
absolute magic.
exchange the things I can, accept the things I can't, accept the things I can't change, and surrender and let it go. Let the universe handle it.
Yes. Here's another winter one, stillness, be calm and quiet.
Those are beautiful. I love all the owls she uses.
Yes, she puts like,
That's
um,
my animal totem, owls.
yes. And here's another winter one, shelter. You are cherished. That's the last one that I pulled.
We are cherished, but we have to remember to cherish ourselves too.
Yes.
Take that time.
Yes. So
Allow
that's the
yourself to
goddess love
cherish
oracle.
yourself.
It's beautiful. It just that makes me feel like I've wrapped a warm blanket around me when I work with her cards. They're so beautiful.
I
So
think,
Wendy Andrew is her name.
a lot of times the magic of the season, we find ourselves getting in touch with friends we've lost touch with. We catch up with them during the holidays a lot of times, and
Yes.
what their families are up to, what they're up to. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of that's just from the inspiration. There's like a sense of nostalgia about it, because love is familiar.
Yes.
There's that sense of nostalgia because home is where we put our love and where we hold our space, and it doesn't have to be nostalgic going back to your childhood. As I was telling Gail, like
Right.
reminiscing on childhood Christmases is not something I like to spend a lot of time doing.
Right.
A lot of negative energy in the house. So to me, it's about that sense of nostalgia for my friends and the family I built.
Yes. And when you see them, it brings all that back. And, this time of year,
I mean, you ever have one of those friends you talk to them like 2 or 3 times a year? You've like moved to different states or something. You've moved different places, but when you talk to them, like you might text and things like that. But when you talk to them on the phone, when you finally connect, it's like no time has gone by. You just catch up.
yes, definitely. Yes. And I was thinking yesterday, I have to make a couple of those calls. My
Like, oh, I've
friend
been a bad friend.
Jana. Yep.
It's the,
Yep. And it is, you're just right back there. That's the amazing thing I think about, we're just kind of in each other's orbit and, kind of I mean, it's, what you've chosen, the relationships you've chosen to find in this life. And, you'll always have that connection with those people, no matter whether you go and come back or, yeah, it's beautiful.
it's amazing. Like when you kind of lose touch and then you reconnect and you see all the wonderful things happening in your friend's life. It's like, wow, what? Wait, what? Tell me. It
Johnny
seems like
singing.
everything's happening fast, because you're just hearing about it all at once, and then all of a sudden you realize, no, this has been happening over the last few months. I just
Right.
haven't been in touch to hear about it.
Yep. Johnny sitting eating tacos like no time has passed at all.
He's making fun of me because every time I go to Portland, I have a certain taco place I like to go, and it's like, oh my god, I dream about their tacos. They're so
That
good.
is, that's awesome. And
Like,
that's
a whole
exactly
year
it.
goes by, and that's the first place I want to go is you'll get those tacos like no time has passed at all. If I could move that taco truck outside my house, I'd
That's
be
right.
like totally happy. You could smell it as you're walking up because they get up at like 4 in the morning or something
Oh,
and
that's
smoke the
wonderful.
meat that's in it. And as you're walking up, you just smell that smoker going, and it's like, oh,
Nice. Are they
it's gonna be awesome.
a food truck or are they a place?
They're a food truck.
Oh, I love Portland has amazing food trucks. I was really surprised when I was there, like the whole street. I'm like, oh my God, you could get any type of food. I'll have to hit the food truck next time. I mean, the taco truck next time.
Yeah. We try to go to some cheaper restaurants and some nicer restaurants. Like we balance it out. Like, oh,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
splurge
yeah.
on dinner here, and
But
we'll do
those,
a cheapy lunch here. And the tacos are relatively inexpensive and one of my favorite things to do. It's like,
that's
oh my
awesome.
god, the
Yeah, I would eat
wonder,
food
the
truck.
wonder of those tacos, Johnny. I can't explain why they're so special because, like, we have a new taco place in my town, and they're much better than like Taco Bell. They have nicer meat than ground beef and stuff, but it's still not the Portland tacos. They're
Not the point.
closer, but they're not those Portland tacos.
Oh, that's funny. That's awesome. It is magical.
And
Tacos are magical.
every time I go, like I have my favorite, and I keep getting that. I haven't tried their other tacos because I'm like, no, I have to have those. All I want. And I know if I try some of their other tacos, I'm probably going to get hooked on them too. But right now, the fascination is with one.
It's
I
awesome.
mean, yeah, I see Johnny, every Sunday night, but seeing him in person is always,
Oh my gosh.
special and different. And just walking around and enjoying each other's
Yes.
company, and it's kind of like the holiday season. You walk around, just enjoy. You
Yes.
don't have to have a specific agenda.
Nope.
Just going and looking at the magical lights or whatever floats your boat.
Yes, that used to be such a tradition in Chicago that, Macy's and all well, when they were Marshall Fields and, Carson's, they all used to have it be block after block of the window decorating, right?
Johnny,
With
Johnny, you're
Christmas.
right. The company I'm with makes the tacos even better because I'm with him. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. That's sweet. It's true. But I think the wandering, like you said, the magic of those windows and being with people and being present and all the kids and the kid energy of that magical time, that's a huge,
I mean, it's
huge.
kind of like vacation mind. Like for me, I don't like to have set agendas. I like to just be spontaneous and depending on the weather where I'm going. If it's a rainy day, I'll go in a museum or something. If it's a sunny day, I want to be outside and
Right.
just going into places that you've never been and just wandering and just looking and just um,
Yes, definitely.
feeling the energy of different places. I love that.
Yep. Johnny's laugh has magic in it. He's like Santa Claus when he laughs. Like there's magic in there. It
It's
just that gets
contagious.
anyone there laughing. Like there's 3,000 people laughing on Sunday nights.
He has the most contagious laugh, and we'll be walking around Portland just laughing our asses off at stuff. It's like I don't know. Sometimes I find the stupidest things get me tickled.
Yeah, that's that child magic that it's so important. I think that's a huge part of friendship too, is being able to laugh like that with a good friend is just
Inside jokes, right?
yeah.
There's little miracles in that when you have little inside jokes. So Beth Cat and I, because I've known her since fourth grade, we have so many little
Wow.
inside jokes that when we say them to each other, if we're together out in public, nobody else gets it, but we do. We start giggling and laughing like little kids.
Nice. I mean that is the best. The giggle. The
Yeah.
giggle. If you can giggle, your life is gonna be you're gonna be okay. No matter what's going on. But I think, December itself gives us that permission, to kind of rest and rediscover that magic and that, that softness.
And watch for departed loved ones to um, make their presence known because they do celebrate holidays with us and they celebrate weddings and anniversaries and birthdays and everything, but they're there in between those times too. And I just find that the magic of the season, I always feel my grandfather around more. I
Mm,
always feel his presence more, and departing pets, as you were saying.
yes. Yep. Mm.
Yeah, giggling keeps us young.
It
That's so true
does for
about that.
sure. Absolutely does.
That's good.
Um,
See if
I
that.
have I have a Mary Oliver today.
Oh, awesome. Why don't you read Mary Oliver, and then I'll do a tarot card pull with the
Oh,
angels.
I would love that. Awesome. Okay. So, oops. Truly, we live with mysteries too marvelous to be understood. How grass can be nourishing in the mouth of lambs. How rivers and stones are forever in allegiance with gravity, while we ourselves dream of rising. How two hands touch and the bonds will never be broken. How people come from delight or the scars of damage to the comfort of a poem. Let me keep my distance always from those who think they have all the answers. Let me keep company always with those who say, look, and laugh in astonishment or bow their heads.
That is perfect. Except I would add one thing: two hands touching could also be a paw and a hand.
Yes.
You ever sit there and your pet puts their little
Yes.
paw on your hand? Like touching.
Yes.
I find that so sweet and so powerful. you know,
Yes. I thought
as
that,
well as two human hands touching, making
yes.
contact.
Yes. No, but I love that. How two hands or a hand and a paw touch and the bonds will never be broken. That was like one of my favorite chunks of this.
And they aren't, because even if one crosses over to the other side, the bond is always there. We
Yes.
take the love with us. It's the one thing that goes with us.
Yep. Yes.
Um, there's two cards in the tarot deck that have Christmas wreaths on them. The World card has one, and the Victory card, which is on the bottom here, has um, you know a Christmas wreath on it, and they always jump out at to me for a timing thing. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes when I'm doing readings, that Christmas wreath will jump out. It's like, oh, it's coming around Christmas. Hang on. I feel like the angels are saying, the victory at Christmas time, because it allows us to reconnect. So not just Christmas, the holidays in general, of anything that you celebrate. Well, we're starting with the Star card. It brings our hope back to the surface. It brings our connection to the divine back.
Hearts heal, hands help that direct that intention. Thank you, Johnny.
Hope brings new inspiration and new starts. So if you're feeling stuck or you're feeling blocked, if you nurture a little bit of hope, get a little bit of that feminine energy going, it will bring those new starts, those new creative inspiration ideas, whatever it is, and it brings that love. So helping us to manifest whatever it is we need. The season of miracles also brings out our benevolence. It brings out our charitable side, where we're helping each other, and making things easier for those that may be in need. Sharing the wealth. It's also a time of wishes granted. So it's a great time to manifest a miracle. It does make us ponder. This is my God card. It does make us ponder a greater being,
Yes.
whatever that is to us. And going back to the back of this book, the Sun card, being loved feels warm. Loving yourself feels like the entire sun inside of you. So bring that joy out, bring that illumination out, and share it with the world. You'll make, if everyone lit one little candle, what a bright world this would be, right?
Yes, definitely. Beautiful. And I think I was jotting, like, what does winter teach us about, related to wonder? And I got quiet, reflection, inwardness, slow breath, noticing light, noticing shadow, because it's kind of a time of shadow for me, stillness, and just listening more carefully and being present with different eyes.
And light looks so different in the
Yes.
winter, and it looks different when there's snow on the ground. Like when you can look outside at night until it snowed, because it's so bright outside.
Yes.
There's light even in the dark times.
Yes.
Even at night there's light.
Yes. And that is, boy, is that a great metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready for a meditation?
I think we could be.
Awesome.
We just rearrange a little here and
Yeah, me too.
my
Get my
candle.
out of the way.
So I know we always have our regulars, but a lot of times, people that watch these later, we get a lot of new viewers on these. So for those that don't know, I have my own four archangels that I always invoke when I do these candle lighting manifesting ceremonies. If you have an affinity towards another angel or your own guide, that you want to pull in, feel free to do that. If you want to light a candle with us, anytime you're trying to manifest, like you can manifest this this joyful, miraculous season. Come back in June and play this manifestation again. Um, Let me see. Got my lighter. So, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Ariel, all of our guides and ancestors. And I'm just going to ask that Holy Family energy also to come in during this holiday season. The Mother Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. Thank you for getting our attention, showing us the wonder of the season. Thank you for bringing a rebirth or renewal of our sense of wonder and creativity. Thank you for allowing my star of hope within me to shine brightest to all of those around me. Thank you for the love in my soul that warms me from the inside out, attracting the miracles of the season. I manifest joy. I manifest love. I manifest peace and harmony by being joy, love, peace, and light. I resonate with the universe around me. The song in my heart harmonizes with the song of the universe. Angels we have heard on high sing to me, with me, and through me. I am a miracle of the season. Thank you, Gail. Yeah, it's funny. Whenever I have gone to England out in the countryside, you always hear on Sunday mornings. You always hear those church bells of those smaller churches out in the countryside pealing, and they always have a haunting sound going across, the beautiful moors and green grasses and fields. I kind of had a flashback on that while you were.
Yes, that's what I was thinking when I was doing the tinkling and the heart bowls and the Tibetan bowls kind of give off that bell vibe. Boy,
Yeah,
and that's another thing that always, even to this day, brings me wonder when I hear church bells like that. A lot of places
church
just you'll
bells
hear.
and like the handbell choirs. I love
Yes,
that. Just
magic.
like you ever sit with a glass of water and just run your finger, wet your finger and run it around, and hear that beautiful tone. That
Yes,
beautiful. Always
definitely.
did that as a kid and do it as an adult.
Yeah, that's the sound the bowls make. It's a giant glass of water,
Yeah,
but
bring
it's
that wonder
beautiful.
in.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today. You guys, it's so amazing. Thank you. It's wonderful. Small but mighty.
Small but mighty.
Yes. So I will be, Jen, are we on your channel next month
In January,
or January? Or are you around?
I am definitely around.
Okay.
Um, it'll be January 3rd.
Awesome.
No,
Wow.
sorry,
Hey.
January 4th will be on my channel.
Okay. Cool.
Start the
Excellent.
new year off
Yes. With
with
some,
a bang, not a whimper.
yes, definitely. Yes, yes. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. What a wondrous time.
Enjoy the season
Yes. And we
and
will see you
reconnect
all.
with people you haven't seen in a while.
Yes,
Even your
definitely.
loved ones on the other side.
Yes. And remember that sense of stillness and connection and receiving and just connection in a way that's not critical, not so focused on material and physical things, but just soften to that sense of wonder.
Isn't it funny? Material things bring the least amount of joy. That wonder, nothing can resonate like that does. Like it's so powerful.
It is powerful. That's the best way to
Yeah,
describe it.
you can't buy that.
No, you cannot. So have a powerful, wondrous season.
I
Christmas, Hanukkah, everything.
on
Okay, guys. We'll see you in January. Take care.